My people, things they happen. ADCO. So as it stands right now, Atiku Abubakar has almost 100% chance of winning the ADC presidential ticket for 2027 because them don't finally pursue Peter Obi and Kwankwaso come out for the party. But that victory may eventually become the beginning of the end for the African Democratic Congress itself. So follow me carefully because I want to unveil some political truths that many people are ignoring right now. Truths that even Atiku himself may not fully be paying attention to. But before we continue, remember to subscribe for more educational political gists and deep political analysis like this. Now, no doubt, Atiku Abubakar is currently in a very strong position to emerge as the presidential candidate of the African Democratic Congress ahead of the 2027 election. In fact, if you look at the situation critically, you realize that Atiku practically has a clear path already. Why? Because the biggest political forces that could have seriously challenged him inside that coalition structure are no longer there. Peter Obi has left, Kwankwaso has left, and once those two walked away from the ADC, the internal presidential battle inside the party reduced drastically. That is exactly what gives Atiku this massive advantage today. But this is where many people are missing the real political calculation, because winning the ADC ticket is not actually the main battle. The real issue is what that victory may cost the party itself and what it could also cost Atiku in the general election. Because the moment Atiku secures that ticket officially, there is a very high possibility that the coalition many Nigerians were celebrating will finally collapse completely. Now, remember this. When Peter Obi and Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso left the ADC, they did not leave alone. They moved with their structures, they moved with their loyalists, they moved with grassroots supporters, and most importantly, they moved with political momentum. As of May 2026, reports already indicated that about 17 members of the House of Representatives defected from the African Democratic Congress to the Nigerian Democratic Congress, NDC. According to the reports, many of them cited the internal leadership crisis rocking the ADC as one of the major reasons for their defection. And this is very important politically, because the mass defection of lawmakers from the ADC to the NDC created a serious political vacuum inside the party. What you are seeing now is a party gradually losing structure, losing stability, and losing confidence internally. So by the time Atiku eventually emerges as the presidential candidate, there is a possibility that he may end up contesting almost alone, or perhaps with whatever remaining political forces are still left inside the ADC by then. And honestly, nobody can even guarantee right now that those remaining forces will still stay till 2027. Now move outside the ADC itself and look at the wider political battlefield. Atiku's political journey also adds another complicated layer to this entire discussion, because this is not his first presidential attempt. Far from it. Atiku has been in this presidential race for decades, from 2007 after leaving the ruling political structure at the time, to 2011 to 2015 where he lost the APC primary, then 2019 where he contested against Buhari and lost, and again in 2023 where he participated in one of the most competitive elections in recent Nigerian history but still failed to secure victory. So what you are looking at now is a very long political ambition that has still not translated into presidential victory. And whether people like it or not, that history affects voter perception. Yes, Atiku has experience. Yes, he has national recognition. Yes, he has political networks across the country. But at the same time, there is also a growing perception among many younger voters that he represents an older political establishment that many Nigerians are gradually trying to move away from. And that perception matters a lot in modern elections, especially in an election environment where anti-establishment sentiments are growing stronger among young voters. So, at the end of the day, the biggest question is no longer whether Atiku can win the ADC presidential ticket, because from all political indications right now, that looks very possible. The real question is whether that ticket will even successfully carry him to the 2027 presidential ballot.